Today we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. I am literally just playing it because the servers shut down in 2 days. It was a great and unique game. You're a vampire and you roam the streets of Prague shooting people with Tommy guns and stuff. It's a very unique thing. It was free. And to me, what sucks is they're shutting down the servers. Such a unique battle royale, and they're shutting it down. And since it's online only, it will basically be unplayable. Even though I didn't pay money for it, as far as I'm concerned, that's basically a scam. Yeah, I don't think they should legally be allowed to do that. I think online only should only be allowed if there's a backup mode, and I think they should focus on preserving video games. I can hope, since there's a series, that there'll be a new one of these, but I'm going to try and get one last run in, about an hour of it. I'm just going to do a solo blood hunt. We'll film it, and we'll go from there. I had to get a mouse because the trackpad is not as operating as you would hope. And it's going to be very hard to game while holding my phone. I always like playing her because she gives off goth vibes. And she's got pretty good stats. The first thing I'm going to do is use the sense. It's so much harder to play with a mouse. So see, we can climb shit. I want to get the Tommy gun. So we can climb shit. While on the rooftop. Jump from buildings. Climb up buildings. I like the AR or the Tommy gun. You don't want to do that because it's noticeable. Now we don't need him. The other thing that's kind of interesting about this game is that you're kind of rewarded for camping, because you can get free lives by, like, feeding on people, but it is so easy to get marked by another player that you essentially benefit from camping and hanging out like you're a sniper on a bell tower in the Eastern Front in the Soviet Union. It's also got very Soviet vibes because you're in Prague, you're in Old Town, and you get to look at shit and old buildings and stuff. So I'm just going to take this as a... So I don't fully know how to use shit with this mouse. All I know is I'm getting shot at, but I'm mostly doing this playthrough. I'm not even trying to do what I would normally do, which was to hang out, avoid people, and occasionally shoot some people. There's a truck we want. So we go to this ambulance and we see if we can get any cool shit. Where the fuck are the bullets coming from? Anywho, we've lost a decent amount of health. Let's check the fucking truck for shit. And all the shit is already stolen. Oh, and the anti-vampire fucking special ops team or some shit is shooting us. So what we want to do is we're gonna climb up this fucking building. We made it to the top 25, last 25, and a lot of times AR, bam, one of my favorite weapons aside from the fucking Tommy gun. That's pretty good. So a lot of times the easiest way to fucking survive shit is simple. You just fucking camp on the roof and you fucking hide. You do jack shit. And as you can see, the map slowly shrinks. So you avoid the red gas, which will like fucking kill you. Well, it saps or zaps your health, and then you just get slowly fucked by it. And then if you don't fucking escape it, you end up dead. So yeah, we're gonna go like this way. And we got those BMPs, you know, the fucking Soviet-looking tanks that have been fighting in Ukraine. Those are just randomly there. Sometimes it's a fucking checkpoint, in which case, like, the hunters or something, or you're gonna get killed by those bastards. Other times, it's just like a fucking abandoned vehicle. Like, it's kind of weird because both vampires are like everywhere and fucking shit up. Oh shit, we need to escape this position. But at the same time, despite vampires being fucking everywhere, aside from a curfew, they don't fucking think to do shit about anything. You know, there's just randos on the street. Let's feed on this guy. As you can see, a lot of shit is just avoiding, is just climbing shit like you're in like you're parkouring shit. So we're by the terrace. There's this fucking nightclub. We're gonna go inside because I feel like it. even though it's the most obvious way to get fucked to begin with. We made it to the top 10, and you actually get just as many or more points for surviving the longest than you do from fucking murking other players. So oftentimes there's actually no fucking benefit to doing more more aside from camping, if that makes sense. It both feels kind of shitty that camping is rewarded, but it's also kind of fun because you get to unleash your inner sniper. Oh shit, there's a red gas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna escape that shit. And there's some sort of other player here. That's not good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna climb the building. You don't want to be anywhere. Oh fuck. You don't want to be anywhere by the red gas. You see, because then you end up dead. Or you lose your health. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna climb this fucking building. And shit, we're dead. I trapped myself in a place I shouldn't be, so that's the answer. And now you can watch how you end up dying for it. Utterly stupid, but I should have moved quicker, and I was semi-distracted filming. So yeah, we might get regenerated, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll end up in a place where we're not fucking dead. But often that's not what happens. Oh, we get to respawn. We're in the park. I really hope, but yeah, I really hope that Shark Mob does something with this, because I would have paid legitimate money. I would have paid legit money to own this thing. So it's not that there's no ability to monetize it. It's that part of it is it came out in an overcrowded market with a unique concept, you know? Oh. Well, I killed like 2 people, but I got killed myself, so... So we're just gonna literally spectate this, because we can. And then you have duos, trios, and quads, where you're with a team. Unfortunately, getting matched up randomly, you almost always get complete fuck-ups. So it's not as good as you would think. I don't know if anyone else has filmed video footage of this game. But I figured I'd film some in case it's the only, for historical preservation reasons. I seriously hope this follows fair use guidelines. I know gaming channels film themselves game all the time. But arguably, they shouldn't be allowed to take down a game, even if it's free to play, because the servers cost money to run. Like, and I really hope that Shark Mob fucking brings this back or does something with it. Because otherwise, this might just fade into the fucking background. So as you can see, you get all of these things. And my kill count is not particularly good. If I'm lucky, I eliminate 1 or 2 people or assist with a kill. But I don't normally place at 10. I normally place middle of the pack. Damage, outperform this time. So I'm going to queue up for another one. And I'm going to choose a different part of the map. Maybe the rail yard or the church so that you can see that. As you can see, sometimes even before getting close to the shutdown, matchmaking could sometimes take a couple minutes. So it wasn't exact. So it was fun, and I could play 8 or 10 of these in a row for a couple hours. But the matchmaking thing was not particularly good. And since it literally shuts down in 2 days, the Tuesday, April 28th, I don't know if that's part of the reason or if I should have filmed more footage like last week, but I've been very busy. I also don't know, since it's a Chinese company, I think, I don't know if they're using their time zone, which would mean that there's only 1 day left to play it. But I'm going to try and get you as much footage as possible. I'm going to game on it for like 30 minutes. Hopefully get in 2 games, film it, not be complete dog shit at it, even though I'm working with a new mouse, new equipment, while talking to the camera and holding my phone camera, because I'm going to do here rooftop restaurant so you can see along that. But yeah, I'm going to try and get in a couple games for you. It's going to be hard because, again, new equipment. I just don't want to be ass at it. And I have to physically hold the camera because I stupidly didn't think to buy a tripod. So, and this is my first gaming video in a while. So you guys can let me know if you like it or not. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. Oh shit, someone's shooting at me. Where the fuck are they? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb this building. As you can see, the graphics on this are really good, but it could just be that I got the highest end gaming laptop possible for graphics. So it could be that basically anything would look good on this. But, it's neither here nor there. I am going to upgrade my weapon. The AR. Oh shit, where the fuck is that dude? Oh shit. Now I'm gonna have to fucking respawn. That's the thing, I should have been smarter about that. So I'm gonna try and find someone to feed on to regain a life. And basically they use the 4 fucking humors, if that makes sense. As you can see, my vampire powers allow me to see through the fucking wall. And here's the Central Park. Now I got some fucking body armor. As you can see, you can feed to regain a lost life. So, see, here's the checkpoint. Curfew in effect. And you want to avoid that, because that's where the fucking anti-vampire militia people are. So you want to fucking avoid those checkpoints. As you can see, one of the differences is that the fucking game is snowing. It doesn't normally snow. It normally just looks gray and overcast, like a very perfect goth horror film. So you can see just by doing fuck all. We scored some blood just by doing fuck all and just playing smart. We're already in the top 27. So yeah. That's the fun part, climbing up fucking walls. Yeah, climbing up walls is cool. That's probably the club, which is where a lot of people hide. Oh shit. We didn't even score any fucking hits off that guy. Well, we did a shit ton of damage to the guy, but we got fucked on that. So we're gonna lose a life, but we're not gonna stay dead because we murked that random civilian. So, yeah, we're gonna respawn. And what we're gonna do, as you can see, we're in top 23. So what we're gonna do is we're either gonna look for, yeah, using your vampire powers in public is bad because it's noticeable and and if you fuck up badly enough, well, you get, those hunter guys or fucking anti-vampire guys called in against you. Now, I have no idea. I don't remember how to turn off my powers. Wait. As you can see, sometimes you can fucking fly through the air. Now, I'm probably fucking dead. And sorry if there's any shitty footage. We're gonna spectate the rest of this just so you can see. I think I accidentally moved my thumb on the camera. So, but we're on a very low time limit for this. because, you know, the servers get shut down in a couple days. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spectate this, and we're going to watch this, and then we're going to call it quits so that I can eat dinner. Yeah, that's by the disco. It's got very punk and goth vibes, you know? See, that's the inside of the theater. We're spectating the person who killed me. So yeah, we're just going to keep doing this, and we're going to hope they explore more and more of the map. I wanted to preserve as much as possible, and this is a very reasonable start. You can see, drop down to 13 people alive. A lot of what you can do in the game is you can just essentially, through strategy and skill, you can just kind of hang out and then let other players kill each other, and then you can make it pretty far in the game, and you're rewarded just as much, sometimes more, for getting in a higher place in the Battle Royale than you are for murking other players. So it's a game where, unlike Call of Duty, there's a very low KD ratio. So she's specializing in 2 blades. She's running the character with the mohawk. Once we're out of this, maybe I'll quit to the main base, and you can see that. It's pretty cool. It's like a study with a vampire, very old bricks and such. It's a real shame that they're getting rid of this game. Personally, I don't think that should be legal. Because when you downloaded it with the Steam license, there was an understanding that you'd have the thing fucking forever. So, I feel like you could make a good case that they breached a contract. I mean, they did shut down the buy stuff store, which is reasonable, but they also didn't give you a method to recover or to gang the stuff that you would be losing access to. So, you know. So I don't know how accurate the streets of Prague on here are, but it's pretty cool. I also don't know how accurate it is that most of the signs are in fucking English rather than Czech. But it is a very beautiful city and a very interesting concept. Unique concept. So, see, a lot of what you do is run around the map. If you get towards the end, I've gotten in top 7 before, sometimes even top 5. And a lot of it is the fact that the red gas will close in way quicker, and you have to essentially sprint to avoid it. And you follow the map showing what the safe zones are, etc. It's not the burning church, that's the graveyard. See, a lot of times, since some of the vampires can fly, you'll get shot from above. And sometimes you won't fucking know where the shit is coming from. So yeah, I think we'll just vibe the rest of the way through this. As you can see, see, sometimes there's these traps, and some vampires have the power to, like, summon bats and stuff. And a lot of times the hazards of the game is you're killing someone and you assist someone else killing another player, and then you get murked in the crossfire. You can see there's 3 people left at this point. So I think after this, I'll show you what the screen will show. I placed worse than usual. We're gonna leave to Elysium. Did alright in terms of damage. Player level 24. Muse 25. So as you can see, got the Goth Cathedral. Got the suit to armor. Weapon room. Unlockable stairs down. And what sucks is, despite enjoying this game for a very long time, they will completely shut that shit down. So you will never be able to play this again. Some sort of looking room. Computer room. Notice how it kind of gives RE, like, Wreck, the Spanish Zombie. Notice how it kind of gives the Spanish Zombie movie vibes. So you got the painting, this table. Got the bar. So as you can see, it's really cool to look at. There used to be a library somewhere in the center. And this keeper-like dude who, like,